All right, Shawn West joining me. Dirty Boxing making your debut. I got to say, you are a fighter through and through. You've got more fights under your belt than you do years on this planet. I've never seen someone with such an extensive resume. I mean, from what I can see, 40 plus fights.
Yeah.
What about dirty boxing that excites you right now? You even, dipped your toes in bare knuckle, but dirty boxing is your outlet of choice coming up for dirty boxing number 3. Why dirty boxing now for you in your career?
Uh, Man, I like combat, so I guess I'll take that swing at it. I like to fight. I love to compete. That's the biggest thing. And then with all the branching off of the new combat sports and the ability to be able to jump on a card like this, I'm like, let's go. Actually started messaging Mike Perry when it first started, like, yo, I need in.
Mhm. For sure. I mean, you're taking on Alex Curious, who is a veteran of the UFC. You
Yes.
excited that he's the opponent? When you heard that name, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
So I fought as a 35er most of my career, and it was just familiar name, and I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's awesome. What have you seen from him in the past at all? Anything you can dissect that you think will transition over? I know he's making his debut, or actually, sorry, the second time he's fighting in dirty boxing.
Um, I don't see it. I think for his style, the things about him won't be on highlight. They won't be shown because he's a great kicker. He's a great grappler, and so I think this sport kind of takes away from his style a little bit. So in my benefit, I have heavy hands in it, and it benefits me. I'd say it, but what do I know?
For sure. I mean, I see most recently in MMA, I mean, you have a lot of, submission victories. Do you feel like, are you more known in the MMA world as a submission specialist or more as a striker?
Oh, no, striker. Yeah, all my losses are from subs.
Your
Unfortunately.
losses are okay. My bad. My apologies, dude.
Yeah, no, those are my losses. Yeah, I got 11 or 12 knockouts. Yeah, and yeah, I have a DQ on my record. No contest. Yeah, but yeah, the losses are actually from the subs. I
Okay.
unfortunately haven't been knocked out, but
Gotcha. Game planning for this, your training camp, what does it look like?
right now, for instance, I just had my strength conditioning this morning. I hit a nice little run. I'll come back home, nap time, and then, for instance, like right now, I'll be headed back to the gym when I'm done with this for my evening classes and to coach.
That's awesome, dude. The opportunity with, Mike Perry, John Jones, you said you've been hitting up Mike trying to get into this.
Yeah.
When he responded, and gave you the opportunity, do you feel this is one of the bigger opportunities for you in your career?
I've been blessed with a couple pretty big ones, but I feel like this is a new blessing and it's a new opportunity. So I'm
Mhm.
taking it as the biggest one, and I'm applying myself um, as any other one. But I don't want to say that either opportunities are have been bigger for me. But I've had some pretty. I've been fortunate to have fought on Fox and stuff like that. So Showtime, and obviously with other contacts or combat sports. But um,
Mhm.
I for this one, at the time, this is my biggest opportunity. This is the task that's ahead. So I think about
For sure. Someone who's never seen you fight before, what can they expect?
that. I just laugh because if they haven't, man, I almost want to say go Google me, bro. And that sounds so corny and so lame, but it's no matter what happens in that fight, it's I go out there and I try to give it my all. I'm competitive. I like to think I'm pretty entertaining because I'm willing to go to I'm willing to go further to get a victory to show people, what I can do or whatnot, to get a highlight style knockout. And yeah, I guess if they haven't seen, they'll be pretty excited to see me, or they'll be, they'll have some fun watching.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. Strategy wise, we got a smaller ring. We've got 3-minute rounds. obviously it turns into much more of a dogfight. There's, I guess a bigger proponent on, being able to spin out, kind of deception, fast. Does that play to your strength, do you feel?
Um, I think it being boxing, is what plays to my strength. Removing the kicks and the subs is what plays to my strength. My power, my boxing history. I think that's what plays to my strength. So yeah, I guess in essence, you know, uh, I'd say so. Yeah. Sorry, sorry to extend that answer, but yeah,
No,
yeah, I'd
all
say
good,
so.
all good. I mean, the clinching aspect, have you thought about that before? I mean, MMA, obviously clinching, lends itself some, more so to takedowns. Now you can't do it. Have you kind of strategically thought about when you clinch up, what's that next move?
Yeah, yeah. So we've removed ourselves from, like, when we first started sparring for this camp, it was kickboxing, and then now we removed the kicks in my camp completely. Put the boxing shoes on, and we're working a lot on clinch and dirty boxing and tight, close quarter fighting or whatnot. I like to throw a lot of elbows. I'm pretty violent, I'd say, in that in that situation. I've thrown some elbows in my past, quite a few elbows. So I'm pretty excited to be able to let loose. But I think what amplifies that is the fact that there's no kicks, there's no takedowns. So we get to sit down and we get to throw those things with some power and some heat behind them. And I think that's what'll really complement each other, or
Yeah.
complement the ability to throw those elbows.
For sure. It might sound funny, but do you kind of feel comfortable when you're within range there, when you're in that, close proximity, to be able to throw those elbows? Do you kind of feel like that's almost like almost second nature to you?
I do. And I give that credit to boxing, to professional boxing, because it allows me to earn the real estate and then stay there instead of removing myself as you would in MMA because of a takedown being shot at you, well, at me. But yeah, so I'd say as much. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. What are you looking forward to the most? You land there in Miami. What do you think this is going to do for you?
Man, I think I don't even want to think about the future right now. I think I'm thinking of, let's finish this camp strong. I've had no injuries. I'm very excited. I've got a sense of hunger back for this sport, and I'm gonna land everything in my mind. How I picture it out and how I see it is everything just goes smooth, man. And I have a hell of a fight, and me and him bust each other up, and we put it on for the crowd, and we get bonuses, and I fly back home, and I come back home to my kids and my family, and everything is love. But um, I don't see, I don't try to plan after the fight, or what I see it can catapult me into. I'm just kind of excited and blessed with the opportunity, and then I'm trying to take advantage of it, man. Take full
Abs-
advantage of it.
Absolutely. One last one for me. If Alex is watching this interview, what do you want to say to him?
Man, my dude, I'm extremely excited to fight him. I'm extremely excited to. I've been a fan. I've been a 35er, in most of my competitive years, and so to be able to compete versus somebody who's actually still on a UFC roster. I hope Dana's watching. I hope his UFC friends are watching. I hope his UFC supporters are watching, so that I can just kind of get my name in their ear, and perform, man, and perform.
Awesome. Appreciate you. Look forward to meeting you there in Miami. Have a great rest of your camp.
My dude, I thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me. I was honored for the interview.